Okay, so today I'm outside. I hope y'all can hear me because I don't bring no microphones or anything, but we outside. And not lights. And I'm just gonna walk. And I'm gonna just keep recording. Like I'm not gonna make like any edits or anything, but get this light real quick. Or anything, but today I probably should have went that way where the sun is. But anywho, we're walking. We're outside. And the plan is to talk about my anxiety today. I got the idea from one of my coworkers. Maybe I should just walk backwards. How about that? Got the idea from one of my coworkers. Cause you know what? I'm literally about to turn around because I've been very anxious lately. Even though I'm taking my Lexapro pills, not saying they don't work because they work. Like my mind be quiet because like before my Lexapro pills, like I used to think about a lot of stuff all the time for no reason. I don't know why, but that's what happens when I'm anxious. Maybe I just should start walking backwards. But anyways, yeah, the video today about my anxiety. So we're gonna start off by saying how this all came about. I can't sell nobody property. But I guess like when I get to the stop sign, I'm gonna stop walking and just record because I'm literally like losing this good ass life. Okay, so anyways, as many of you know, I've had a podcast. Well, I do have a podcast, and I talk about a lot of stuff, my life, trauma, like all that good stuff or whatever. And but I recently stopped doing my episodes and stuff. It's like no particular reason. A bitch just quit. But anyways, let's talk about it. The first time I had an anxiety attack, I was 18, probably 19. And what had happened was basically the person who I thought was my dad wasn't my dad. And if you own my podcast or whatever, you know the story. For the ones who's not on my podcast or whatever, I'm about to tell the story. Okay, 18, 19 or whatever. Me, my mother, and my sister, we was going to Kroger. Some man stopped. He was calling my mother's name. So she was just like, who was that? Who was that? So they was talking. My sister was just like, that's your daddy. And I'm just like, what you mean? Because like, what you mean? Like, what? So we went to the bathroom and I was like crying a lot and I couldn't breathe, hyperventilating, like all that. And I didn't know what was happening at that moment, but obviously it was a panic attack, okay? So 2 weeks done went by or whatever, and my mother, she never said anything. And when she finally said something, she like kind of laughed about it. And I was very heartbroken after that. And I actually felt my heart breaking. If you don't know what that feels like, just don't get your heart broken because it actually hurts. Physically hurts, right? Okay. Time after that, during those 2 weeks, I'm not sure if I was still having panic attacks or not, but I do know that I was very depressed. And that was the first time I've ever been depressed in my entire life. Like, I've been sad or whatever. You know what? It's a dead end right here. I'm gonna go sit down. Like, I've been sad or whatever, you know, but like never depressed to the point like I'm crying every day. I can't get out of my bed or nothing like that, right? So that happened. And I'm losing my light. Okay. I'm just right here. I might sit down. But there's literally nowhere for me to sit down at. Let me see. I might look like a little psychopath sitting right here, but oh my God, this is perfect. Hold on. It's in the light. And I have a tripod. OMG. Whatever. We're not editing nothing. We just gonna keep going with the flow. Okay? So anyways, that happened. And like I was very sad and I was depressed and stuff like that. And then like when she told me, she laughed about it. Why is you laughing? Like this is serious, okay? So after she laughed about it, like I was even more sad or whatever. And I was at school and I was still having I had another panic attack. And this panic attack, I felt like my face, like a bunch of, like 1,000,001 needles was going into my face, and I can feel every single one of them. I could barely breathe. I was crying, very sad, like I was just going through it. And I'm gonna also let y'all know, like, you know, some mothers, they're very not supportive or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that happens and stuff like that. So I was even more sad. Like I just didn't have nobody. Okay. And I used to, like, I don't know, I panicked a lot. There's a lot of panic attacks happening around that time. And my panic attacks, they used to feel like I was suffocating and I couldn't breathe. I was very sad, like 1,000 needles in my face, hyperventilating, crying, like all of that. If you know what a panic attack feels like, that's what I was going through. So she finally told me who my dad was, and yep, that happened. And I was very sad. And like before that, like a lot of stuff used to happen to me or whatever. Nothing like sexual trauma or nothing like that. But a lot of stuff used to happen to me, like abuse or whatever, right? So with that being said, I was like probably like 20 or something, right? And I'm at church. I used to go to Daystar Tabernacle International at in Douglasville. And one day they was talking about forgiveness, and it's just like, I know I have to forgive in order to continue healing, because I was trying to heal while I was still in a place that hurt me, right? I was trying to heal and I couldn't forgive the person who did stuff to me. I was trying to heal and I wasn't ready to forgive. I was trying to heal and I wasn't ready to like even actually heal. Like I just couldn't like get past the fact that someone who birthed me or whatever like treated me as such. You know what I'm saying? So like at church they was talking about forgiveness and things like that, and it was just like, once you forgive someone, you don't have to be like, hey, I forgive you for doing this and this to me, right? Because some people just be like, oh, I didn't do anything to you, you're making this up in your head or whatever. Hold on, because I heard something. Okay, anyways, and it's just like, let me see if I can put my tripod down. And it's just like, you're making stuff up in your head and I ain't do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? So in order for me to like move on and go about with my life, I just had to forgive the person who hurt me the most, right? So after me forgiving, I went to healing. So let's talk about how I forgave, right? It wasn't easy. It wasn't like a one-day thing. I really had to sit there and pray about it and actually learn what forgiveness is. It's not something just like, oh, you hurt me, so I forgive you, right? Forgiveness is just like, you hurt me, and I understand, because hurt people, but it doesn't give you the right to hurt me, right? Forgiveness is very much understanding. That's how I feel. Like I understand why you did that. you shouldn't have done that. I understand why you did that because of your past. I understand why you did that because you not healed yourself. You didn't forgive the person that hurt you. So you carrying around this hurt and you hurting other people. Right? Now let's talk about how I forgave. For me, it was a lot of praying and understanding. Like, baby, let me get up. Because if I hit one more thing, oh, I'm gonna run. It might be these animals or whatever, but I don't play like that. But anyways, it came with like a lot of understanding. So like I had to understand like you did that to me because somebody did that to you, but it's not fair. So with me forgiving, I had to sit down and understand. I prayed about it. I read about it. Like, what is forgiveness? How can I forgive? And all this other stuff. Like, just do your research. And once I forgave the person who hurt me, it was like life didn't get better, but like I understood a lot of things. And with understanding is like you can understand, right? But like don't let people take advantage of you. Don't be too understanding. That was my problem. Like I understand, but I'm gonna still be here with you and I'm gonna do this for you and I'm not gonna turn my back on you. But forgiveness, understanding, you gotta create boundaries. Create your boundaries. Create your boundaries. Create your boundaries. Okay? And even in the situation I am now, it's just like I love you and all this other stuff, but like my boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like we can talk every once in a while, but once you start talking about stuff that I don't like, once you start talking about stuff that hurts my feelings, when you start talking about stuff that's like I don't want to talk about at all, it's just like, all right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take a step back. And it's okay to love people from a distance, okay? Just do that. It's hard, but just do that because everybody don't need to be in your circle for real. Everybody don't need to be close to you for real. And then we always be like, oh, that's my family. That's my family. Like, no, like, let that shit go. I hear something in them woods. Okay, so let's see. My anxiety. Well, yeah, we talked about forgiving, stuff like that. So let's talk about anxiety. I was on Facebook group earlier, and this girl was just like, how can I get over filming in public, like a fear or whatever. And if y'all know me personally, y'all know that I'm very scary. I'm scared of a lot of things. But I feel as though, like, you just got to get out there and do it. Like, this is me out here doing it. Like, and I don't know, I might start making these, like, once a week and just talking about my feelings and stuff or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. So, we talked about forgiveness and my first panic attack. Now, let's talk about anxiety. Anxiety and grief. Let's talk about that. So I've been taking my Lexapro pills for almost about 3 months now. Day 30 at nighttime, I had a panic attack in my sleep. Yeah, very weird. A panic attack in my doggone sleep. This is the first time I ever experienced something like that. It's very scary as well. So what had happened was, I'm asleep, and I just started like sleeping a little bit too hard, a little bit too good. I don't know for sure. It's people behind me, so I'm speed walking. Let me get to the light. Oh, I panic attack in my sleep. I believe I was sleeping too hard or too good or something. And with the Lexapro pills, like, I usually, like, they give me, like, lucid dreams. Like, it's like I'm woke, but I'm asleep type of dream. You know what I'm saying? And it's like my first time ever having those dreams. And I have them like back to back when I'm sleeping or whatever. Okay, so I actually don't remember what happened exactly, but I remember I'm sleeping. Well, no, I don't remember what the dream was about. I remember I was sleeping, of course, panic attack in my sleep. Okay, and it was just like, which way I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go this way. It was just like, I just started breathing heavy as hell. Like, usually when I'm up having a panic attack, I just breathe heavy as hell, and that's what was happening. I was just breathing very heavily and stuff. And it's just like, I have to get up because I know I'm about to have a panic attack, and I don't want to have one when I'm sleeping because that's weird. So I eventually had got up, and I was scared. I was very scared because, like, what if I would have died in my sleep while I'm having this panic attack? There's so many thoughts running around in my head. And I'm upset because, like, I'm not upset, but, like, it's crazy because I really don't remember the entire dream, but I wish I would. So I can let y'all know what happened. Okay. So, fast forward. I was, like, last week or whatever. Same thing. Had a panic attack while I was asleep. But I felt like this time I was just very much overwhelmed because there's a lot of stuff going on, and when that happens, I just need needing to be alone because I'm not used to a lot of stuff. Like, I'm not used to a lot of people being around me or anything because I'm always by myself. Even when I was younger, I was still by myself because I was always on punishment a lot. So I'm by myself, right? So we watched this scary movie or whatever. It was pretty good. The movie called Cobweb. I'm finna sit right here actually on this thing. Or I might just post my stuff up. Whichever one is better. I can't see myself. The light is here. Oh, let me see if I can jump up here, y'all. Ooh. Made it. Anyway, so the movie called, ooh, amen, won't he do it? Hold on. No edits in this video. So the movie was called Cobweb. I hope y'all can hear me because I feel like I'm screaming. But anyways, the movie's called Cobweb. So in this movie, this lady had long, very, very long hair. And she was like, at one point, her hair was hanging off the bed and a little boy was under the bed, right? So in my dream, no, wait. I was asleep the first time. No nightmares or anything. And I usually don't watch scary movies because I be having nightmares. So this time, the first time I was asleep, no nightmares or anything. But something kept happening. Like the door, I'm up at this point because it's in the morning time. So the door kept opening and closing, opening and closing or whatever. So it's just, all right, I'm about to get overstimulated because I want to go to sleep. What's going on? Anyways, so I'm asleep the second time. And the part, and then like I was missing my grandma in the dream. I was missing my grandma so much. It was like, I'm finna call my sister and just be like, can I have some of her stuff? And me and my sister do not get along, but that's another story. I'm also getting into that right now too. Okay, so anyways, that happened. I was like, dang, I miss my grandma so much and stuff like that, right? So the lady with the long hair, she was just like, come down here, I can show you your grandmama. And the lady, she was like actually scaring the heck out of me at that point. And she had the long hair too, just like exactly on the movie. And there's this other girl on the side, she was like, she had like a smiley face on the side right here and a sad face or whatever. And then that's when I was like getting scared in the dream. And then in real life, I started breathing heavily. So like when I breathe heavily in my dream, I just wake up. Like when I'm breathing heavily in my sleep, I just wake up because it gets too intense. So I'm finna have a panic attack. And my breath is just like I was out of breath and shit like that. So then I'm laying next to my boyfriend and he touched me and I woke up instantly. And then my breathing, they just like slowed down a little bit, and I was like, all right, this is so much better. And that's what it feels like. Like, I'm very anxious these days for no reason. And I also noticed yesterday, I was at work. I woke up in a great mood, good patience, 5 patients at that. Like, it was good or whatever. And at one point, I really got excited about something. I'm not gonna tell you what I got excited about. Anyways, I was really, really excited about something. And like my hands started swaying, I was getting nervous. I was gonna start panicking, but I was calm and I was chilling, stuff like that. Okay, this is car pulling up. Okay, they turned. So anyway, so that happened. Hold on, I'm messing up my lip gloss. Okay, never. So that happened, and later on that day, I was just like, I'm still somebody walking up the street. Anyway, later on that day, I was just like, I feel anxious and I'm nauseous. And I took my Lexapro pill, but I'm just like, I don't understand the feeling. Not saying that Lexapro erases all my anxiety. It's really just quiets my mind, but for some reason, I'm still having panic attacks. Anyways, so it's just like I'm still anxious and shit like that. So and I was getting nauseous, but my Lexapro pills make me nauseous anyways. So to say that, it's just like, even when I'm excited, like if I'm overstimulated, if I'm overwhelmed, if I'm feeling the emotion too much, like I'm about to be anxious. I'm about to have a panic attack. So with that being said, like, anxiety is tricky and it's very sneaky, and I'm actually still learning about it myself. Like, I'm having panic attacks when I'm asleep. I'm having panic attacks when I'm very excited, when I'm very sad. Like, I don't get it. And it's crazy because, like, it's like, well, you can't be too happy because you're going to have a panic attack. That makes no sense. If I feel any emotion that's just like too much, I'm about to have a panic attack. It's very insane, and I'm trying to really like figure it out. But I don't know. Sometimes I get to the point that's like, I'm about to go to the psych ward again. Because how am I supposed to deal with this? What am I supposed to do? I need help. And when my grandma passed, I was just like, I feel so alone. Like, no one is going through this exact thing that I'm going through, right? And yesterday, I was feeling, no, it was this morning actually. I was feeling sad or whatever, because it's just like, okay, so I was pregnant, then I wasn't pregnant or whatever. And seeing my boyfriend with his kids is just like, it's just like, it's just like, dang, like, I was supposed to have a kid with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, these supposed to be 3 kids, not 2. But I'm not blaming anyone or anything, but, oh, girl, I'm finna go. This is a crazy emotion. The man who parked is like a walkie, y'all. So, a bitch is finna run the other way. Okay? Anyways, it was like one of those emotions, like, damn, it will be 3 kids, you know, like, not like I'm missing out or something or anything, but it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like an emotion of like sadness. Like, I was really pregnant for the first time in my life, and like, nah, I might go back this way since he's going in the car. I guess he's gonna move his truck or whatever. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know. It's a weird feeling, right? So I'm talking. So I say that just to say this, like, I was talking to my friend Jaquila about it, and she just made me feel much better about it, the situation, and about myself. Like, even though that happened, like, that's okay. Oh, it's okay, well, like, even though that happened, that's okay. Like, it's just probably not your turn right now. It's just not your turn right now. And which made sense. It made me feel better. And it was just like, bitch, when you get pregnant, you need to have a ring on your finger, and that's on period. You need to have a night nurse, and that's on period. And I will get into more details about my pregnancy, but not right now though. I don't think it's the right time to talk about that situation. I probably should go see what's back that way, but I don't know. But anyways, but yeah, like, I was kind of upset about that, like, dang, like, what's wrong with me kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? But I know there's nothing wrong with me, not physically, but mentally. But yeah, so that was just a feeling, a little bit, not anxiety, but like a little sadness. And it's okay. So I say that just to say this: you're not alone. Like, when you're feeling any type of way, or you need advice for somebody, switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Switch it up. Don't go to the same person. Okay, so like, if I had a dog and my dog died, I'm not gonna go to someone who never had a dog before or didn't experience, hold on. This is a big truck. I mean, a big van, whatever. Or I'm not gonna talk to someone who never experienced losing an animal. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to someone who experienced losing an animal before. So it's like, because then it makes you feel better. It's like, okay, so you do understand how I'm feeling and why I feel this way, and you're not alone. You're really not alone. So yeah, I feel like that's the best advice I ever gave someone. Like, just talk to someone who can relate to you. Like, it's okay if you only want to talk to one person about your problems and stuff like that, but also just be like, cause, oh, I thought about looking at me, but it's like, when I'm talking to people, it's like, do you want me to hear you? Do you want advice? Do you want me to go beat somebody's ass? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that you want? Or you just want me to hear you, then I'm gonna hear you. Because like, sometimes when we talking to people, we'll just like butt in and say what the fuck we got to say. Just be quiet, because it's not your turn to talk right now. And I'm pretty sure some people do that, and more people need to start doing that. Okay? But yeah, like, I just learned that this morning. Like, I'm not alone. I'm just not, I wouldn't say not talking to the right person, but like, talk to someone who will understand your feelings, who can give you feedback, who's been in the same position as you, who can just give you advice on how they got over the situation as well. That's a nice house. I ain't gonna show you nobody's house, but that's a nice house. But yeah, like, just do that, and it makes you feel better and stuff like that about the situation that you in. So y'all, I'm finna go down this street. I don't know what's down this street, and this is actually my first time walking outside by myself. Let's see. Okay, what else I'm finna say? Let's talk about what my sister don't like me. So my sister don't like me because she's a fucking psychopath. I have 5 other siblings, and I'm the youngest. I have 3 older sisters and 2 older brothers. So I just recently started talking to my sister, actually, like 5 years ago, no, probably like 10 years ago or something like that. and I'm 26. I must feel good because, bitch, I'll never tell about my real age. I'll be like, I'm 25 still. But anyways, yeah. In that situation, we're not gonna talk about it because I don't really know too much about that situation. But anyways, so growing up, my sister, older sister, she I guess she thought that, hold on, something matter. I guess she thought that me and my older brother was being treated better. I hear shit. Oh, there's a lot of calls this way too, y'all. Ooh. But I feel like it's cool. Bitch, don't slow up. But I feel like what I'm doing is cool and it's getting me very much out of my comfort zone. Even though I don't really care about these folks over here because this ain't, fuck them. Anyways, so basically she thought that, oh, I can put my tripod up there. Wait, it's a lake and shit down here somewhere. Let's try to find it, y'all. Anyway, so basically she thought that me and my brother was getting treated better than she was. So I remember this one time, we was, oh my God, that's a big ass bird. Anyway, I remember this one time, me and my brother, we was at her house, and like, I don't want to use the word abuse, but like, bitch, why you putting your hands on me? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And she used to like get us in trouble a lot for like no freaking reason. Like, I don't know what it's cut at, but I'm not gonna go through that way though. Y'all think it's that way? I ain't going through that way. But yeah, so a lot of stuff like that, like just trying to get us in trouble for no reason. And Wendy, my mother Wendy, she bought us an iPad one time, and my sister, bitch, I guess she was like jealous and mad about it. So she never did that. So she was like just trying to get us in trouble for whatever reason. And I remember I had went outside with my friends one time, and I had told Wendy I was gone or whatever. But for some reason, Wanda was there, and I'm getting in trouble. Like, why the fuck am I in trouble right now? I already told you I was leaving. What's the problem? Why I'm in trouble? Check for another car, y'all. But anyway, oh my God, here's another car. Well, anyways, it was just weird. Like, I mean, getting in trouble for no reason. Like, what the fuck did I do? You knew I was leaving? Bitch, the motherfucking gag is I had a fat ass hickey on my neck. But to say that because let me tell y'all the story. I'm off track like a motherfucker, but I'm gonna tell y'all the story. So, hold on. I think I see the lake. So, me and my friend, well, she had my friend on, but we still cool or whatever. But yeah, so me and her, we went to the hotel. Our boyfriends came and shit like that. I can't believe I'm telling this story. Any motherfucking way. I really want to go back. I think it's this way. So, let me make sure nobody behind me. Oh Lord, so call. Let me keep walking. So yeah, that happened, and we all dealt or whatever. And bitch, I had a motherfucking hickey on my neck because my boyfriend at the time put it there. And I'm gonna go back here, y'all. Let me show y'all the path. Okay, so where's the goddamn lake? Well, bitch, here's the lake, but it's like a better view of the lake. I probably not go all the way back there, but there's the lake, y'all. Hope y'all can see it. But anyways, it's cute back here. But so yeah, I had a hickey on my neck and shit. Don't worry about it, baby. I done hurt some. I don't know if these animals are wet, but I'm gonna leave. Anyways, that happened. Get back to the house. It was like 8 o'clock, y'all. It wasn't even late or anything. For some reason, still got in trouble. I'm out of breath because of Wanda. So yeah, that had happened. It was stupid and lame or whatever. So that's when one of us, who I'm out of breath, y'all. She used to get us in trouble a lot or whatever because she was just jealous of us. And so that happened. What else I gotta say about this situation? This I'm like, cause I'm gonna sit down again. I'm tired. So yeah, it was very crazy, and it was just like, bro, you're the bigger sister. Why is you tripping on us? Like, you just out here doing stuff. Wasn't even doing shit for real. So anyways, yeah. So that's why I really think that she don't like us, especially me. So then y'all, I was pregnant and I was going through it. Really don't want to get into details, but the bitch was going through it. And she knew that I was pregnant, and I was upset. Like, why you never hitting me up? Like, bitch, I don't care if you was upset that I was pregnant, and this is my 5th child, and I'm 14. Like, still, Shawanda, you all right? Like, nothing. I ain't getting none of that. And that shit low-key hurting my feelings. Hold on. And that shit low-key hurted my feelings because, like, you're my older sister. Like, and I feel like that's all I have to say. Like, you're my older sister. You're my biggest sister. And then, like, you know the type of mother that we have. Like, she's not like a nurturing type of person or anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn. And then my other sister, who I just started talking to like 10 years, 12 years ago, like, she was very supportive. And we was on the phone and we was talking and everything. And I know she told my other sister, but it's just like, why the fuck you never hit me up? Shawanda, you all right? Do you need anything? You need a hug? I'm mad at you. I'm glad you're pregnant. Nothing. So I had told her, I was like, you know my business, but like, so did I. But like, why you never said anything? So she was just like, I was mad at you. Bitch, I'm mad at my fucking self. I probably just had to get that out. But anyways, it was just like, that really hurted my feelings. That really hurted my feelings. And I never talked about that until yesterday when I was talking to my coworker. Like, because when I was pregnant, it was a lot of stuff happening. Like, my grandmother just passed 9 months ago. She passed in August. I was pregnant in April. So I'm still grieving a lot. Like, a bitch was grieving a lot. Like, a bitch was grieving, okay? And I was very upset. Like, I wasn't eating. I was not fucking happy. I'm not finna cry because, like, every time I talk about my grandma, like, I get very emotional. But yeah, like, I just thought that was lame as fuck. Like, you didn't hit me up. I'm mad at you. I'm glad you, like, none of that. And that shit really hurt my feelings. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of lost because it's my first time. This is literally my first time going out here. The park is that way. But what's up that way? Y'all, let's just go to the park. I don't know what the fuck I'm going. So yeah, it's just like, damn, you supposed to be my sister, but you ain't hit me up not once. You supposed to be my sister, but you ain't hit me up not one time. And I feel like that happened, like that shit right there. My grandma passing, me being pregnant, like a lot of fucking emotions. Hold on. Cars everywhere. A lot of emotions. Like, it was just too much for me. And my anxiety was getting worse. And when my grandma passed, bitch, I was fucking depressed. And I felt like I didn't give myself enough time to, like, actually grieve and stuff, because I remember I was in high school And I was just like, if I ever lose my grandma, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Bitch, I lost my grandma in August. The next year in August, I was in the fucking psych ward. Like, losing my grandma was hard as fuck, but we're gonna get into that later on. So, like, I feel like I don't know if there was some animals in that, but I'm gonna keep walking. It was a lot. But I feel like there was some feet right there. That's people at that park. I might sit my ass in the grass. Y'all know how I do. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, I just felt like that shit. Ooh, that shit was like extra lame. You should have hit me up. She wonder I'm mad or something. Well, I almost fell, y'all. And that shit made me feel even more. I ain't gonna sit on nobody property. I'm sitting in the grass somewhere. And that shit made me feel even more sad. Like, damn, bitch, you dead ass alone at this point. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel like that's just the story between me and my sister. She don't like me for no fucking reason. I don't do nothing to the bitch. If we been honest. Yeah, I'm finna sit down right here. We finished talking. The sun facing this way. Yeah, I have some people over there. Y'all know me. I don't really give a shit. I'm gonna sit my ass down. But, oh, let me sit down. This grass itchy as fuck. But anyways, yeah. And I felt like a lot of those emotions, like I felt alone. Like, I just lost my grandma. My sister not even fucking with me right now, and I ain't do shit to her for real. Just got pregnant, and it wasn't even by no nigga that I didn't know or nothing. Like, me and dude been talking for like, I mean, not talking, but like we've been together for like 2-3 years. But you get pregnant, I feel like people looking at me. But anyways, like, you get pregnant by someone and everybody told you not to get pregnant by him, but I get pregnant by this dude who actually give a fuck about me for real. It's a problem. Like, you're weird. And I feel like this is turned into a diary, but it was like, but you're weird as fuck. So yeah, I don't fuck with her no more. And I feel like that's cool. And I feel like she's another reason why I learn how to forgive people, because you're not mad at me. You're just mad with yourself. I ain't do shit to you. You probably just mad because you ain't have options. You probably just mad because you birthed a child that you didn't want in the first place. Maybe you just mad because you birthed a child that you didn't want in the first place. Everybody told you not to get pregnant by this dude, but you did it because you thought you was grown, thought you was gonna change this man or something. And even his baby mama told you not to get pregnant by him because he's not taking care of the kid, but you did it anyways. Like, I had nothing to do with that. It's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit lame. Now I won't talk. And I feel like that's for the best. And that's okay. Like, we don't have to talk. Y'all, I don't even know how to get back to the house. But I'm gonna be on this video until I get back to the house, so I know I ain't really lost. But yeah, like, that was some bullshit, and it really hurt my feelings. There's a lot of cars passing. They probably think I'm crazy as fuck. Like, she right here talking to herself. But next time I do a video like this, I'm gonna make sure to grab my my microphones and stuff, so y'all can actually hear me, because I'd be so mad if I make this whole video and y'all can't fucking hear me. But it's cool. I really said I was gonna talk about something else, but I literally forgot. But the psych ward experience, let's talk about that, because if y'all not on my podcast, then y'all don't know about the psych ward. So how I ended up there. It was like it was like 2 years ago, last year or whatever. It was in August. I know that. I was at work, and it was like around my grandma's birthday, and I didn't take a break. I just kept fucking working. I was just working, and I should have took a break. I should have just been like, all right, Shonda, you don't need to be at work today. You need to take a break. You need to lay low. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't take a break. I didn't do nothing. I just kept working and stuff. And I was just like, I need to I need to get off the floor, and I need to talk to the chaplain. So something in my head was just like, no. So yeah, I left the floor, went down to the chaplain office and shit, and I felt like I felt angry. I wasn't anxious. I was very fucking angry. And I was angry at God, like, bro. Yes, bro. Like, you really took my grandma away? The only person who really loved me in this stupid ass world, the only person who really cared about me, like, you just like, oh, we finna, come on. What do you mean? So yes, a bitch was fucking angry. I was angry as fuck. Like, a bitch was angry as fuck, for real. So I'm in the chaplain or whatever, and I just started crying. I was screaming. I was throwing things. Like, I'm fucking angry at this point. Like, I'm angry with God. Like, I'm enraged with this man. Like, you really gonna do this to me? So my old co-workers, I was a CNA then, and before then I was a housekeeper at the same hospital, Atlanta Medical. I can say that now because they closed. Anyways, so my old co-workers came in, and they were just like, oh, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So I just basically told them, like, my sisters don't like me. And at that moment, it was just like, I was feeling like I was protecting myself. Like, it just came out my mouth, like, and they was like, oh, it's okay, and just rub my back and shit. Whole time I'm really fucking angry, and I'm upset because my grandma is gone. So this chaplain man, he walk in, and we get to talking and stuff, and he's just like, what's wrong? And I was telling him, like, brace yourself, because the last time I told somebody my problems and what was wrong with me, the lady was just like, I don't know what to say to you. So yeah, so we started talking. He was just like, why you're mad? Like, why you angry and stuff? Who you mad at? And I'm like, I'm mad at God. Like, I ain't even a cat with you. Like, I'm fucking angry at him, because why would you do that? So we talked, and he was just like, maybe it's time for you to get a therapist. And I feel like a lot of people told me that before, but I was just like, I don't want no therapist. So the next day or whatever, like, I was looking at, like, places, you know, on my stuff for, like, therapy and stuff like that. And I saw this one place, and I am gonna fucking name drop again. This place was called, should I name drop y'all? Because what if they come find me and sue me or something? No, bitch, because I left. The place was called Ridgeview, okay? So I'm calling people, well, I'm calling places, I'm calling people, like, how was it and stuff like that. So I'm on the phone with this man, I don't know his name. So he was basically like, this place helped me out a lot. I used to be an addict, and now I'm not an addict, and now I work here. So I'm like, all right, we was on the phone for a good little minute. I'm like, all right. So I'll go up there one day, talking to the lady and stuff like that, and she's basically like, she was just like, do you have any suicidal thoughts? Have you ever been suicidal and stuff like that? So at this point, my grandma passed like 1 year ago and stuff. So I didn't have no suicide thoughts since I was like, for like, it was like, well, no, at that point, at that moment, I was like, no, I ain't had no thoughts, I ain't had no tunes for like 5 years or whatever. since I was like 18, 19, or stuff like that, right? So she was like, okay, she just burned all this down. And so she was just like, you look very sad. You're upset. I'm like, yeah, I'm sad and I'm upset or whatever. So she basically like, do you want to stay? No, I don't want to stay. What do you mean? Do you want to stay? Well, how is the living quarters? Like, do we got our own room? She's like, I don't really know. Bitch, how you don't know and you work here? So this lady goes to say, we're going to get you more comfortable so you can talk to the doctors. So at this point, it's like nothing going on in my head. Like, I'm on some, like, you about to be locked up or some shit, right? So she said that. I was like, all right. So, we go to the bag. I changed into some scrubs. They check me and shit like that. They taking my piercings out or whatever. And then she put me in a room and I was by myself. And I was like on some, I was just by myself and I was kind of like, no, I was isolated. I was having that for like 4, 5. Bitch, I'm not even gonna lie. I have no idea how long I was in there, but I was crying the first time when she was like, we finna take your stuff. And I'm like crying my eyes out, like, why the fuck am I here? I'm not supposed to be here. And I was very honest with her, and I was telling her like all that shit, like the suicide thoughts, suicide attempts. It was happening like all like 5 years ago or whatever. This bitch ain't give a fuck. She locked me up in there. And I was in that back room for like 5 hours. I don't even know. And I can hear other people talking and stuff or whatever, but I'm just in the room by myself and it's a camera and the sofa's in there and shit, so I'm just laying down or whatever. And I'm like, in the whole time, I'm just like, I have to stay calm, because if I don't stay calm, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, bitch, you're insane and we're gonna keep you for a little longer. So I'm just like, all right, I'm just stay calm or whatever. And I was crying a little bit. So she come back, she give me a snack. It was like some yogurt and some crackers in a muffin in the little juice box. So after that, she left again. She do a COVID test. It was around COVID time too. She do a COVID test, and then she come back later on again after that, and she just like took my picture and shit. Come back again, one more again. We outside, and she put me in the van, and we go to the cottages. So I'm at the cottages, and there was this very, very nice lady there. Her name was Rochelle, and she was just basically like, come over here and like love bumming me at that moment, which I appreciated, because bitch, I'm sad. Why the fuck am I here for real? So yeah, it wasn't cool, but a bitch was very depressed and I was sad, like, why am I in here? Like, why am I in here, right? So I'm there for my 3 days, and I'm gonna get up because my butt hurts. So anyways, I'm in there for my 3 days, and I'm just like, I don't even want to be here. And I was trying to get up out of there, but nobody would listen to me. I asked for an AMA form. The nurse looked at me like I was a batshit fucking crazy. And I'm just like, I don't even belong here. Why the fuck am I in here? So after that, they like, it was this one nice lady there. She like took my shoes, we packed them up and all this other stuff. Never saw her again. My eye issue. Days go by. Can't get no AMA form. I'm stuck in the psych ward and I'm not even supposed to be there. Finally talked to the doctor. He was just like, I don't even know why you here. What the fuck do you mean you don't know why I'm here? My number is wrong. My height wrong on the paper. My weight is wrong. Everything is just wrong. So the doctor, he was just like, I don't see why you here. Just enjoy your stay. What the fuck do you mean enjoy my stay? I'm like, I want to go. Let me go. The whole time I was there was a fucking struggle to let them, like, let me leave or whatever. Ooh, bitch, I gotta go. This man walking and talking loud. So he was just like, yeah, you finna stay or whatever, basically, right? So I'm eating food or whatever, and the food wasn't bad or anything, but it's just like, bitch, I don't want to be here still. So I called my boyfriend, and I'm just like, they making me stay. And he was very upset. Like, this man was fucking panicking and everything. He called his mama and just like, I can't find her. He's like, he lost to me. Like, I can't find her. I don't know where she's at. Okay, so I'm gonna start walking because the sun is going down a little bit, and y'all know it get dark as hell at 5 o'clock, and I actually don't even know where the fuck I'm at right now. Anyways, so it was very traumatic for everyone in this situation. Like, and then he was the only fucking number that I knew. I had my phone, so he couldn't take my phone and get my mother number out of there or anything. Y'all, I wouldn't say it's a bad place, but like the patients that was cool. There was this one lady, she was batshit crazy, and she'll like get close to you, she'll start singing and try to rub on you and stuff, which was scary as hell because you're very unpredictable and I don't know you. So that was happening. And then there was another lady there. She was old and she was in a wheelchair and she couldn't get up, and she haven't bathed in 7 fucking days. She haven't bathed in 7 days. So yes, she stank and she's right and she's fat. So like, what else happened? And then they had therapy where like people come outside and they smoke cigarettes. Sometimes people come there and they dance and you draw or whatever. So they had therapy. The only thing that I did like was group therapy, and I would say that I would go again for group therapy, not to that place, but like to another place for group therapy. And let me just say this about group therapy. When I was there, as you can see, that as you know, I was saying that I felt alone all the time, but like with group therapy, it was this one lady. She was just like, she had a boyfriend or whatever, and basically her man was just like, you can come and talk to me about your problems, like don't shut me out and stuff. And she was basically like, it was hard for her to do that because she always go to her best friend about her problems and stuff. And I'm like, that's exactly how I am. Like, I would rather go to my best friend instead of my man about my problems or whatever. So I had to learn how to open up, and we'll talk about it in a second. Okay, so anyways, then at some point they gave me food. Let me cross the street, y'all. They gave me food in